Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I am going to try and make some horse jumps for the girls. Thought I would bring you guys along and see how it goes so that if it works out, you guys can try this at home. So if you've seen some of our other videos, I like to look around and see what I can repurpose and reuse. Farming is expensive, and anywhere we can save is a benefit. So at our local garbage dump, outside there is a spot where they will leave free pallets for anyone who wants them. And so I like to go there frequently just to see what they have, and if there's some good pallets, I bring them and I store them for projects that I might need, much to Scott's dismay. But they have come in really handy. We use them to build a really great goat pen and birthing area for our pregnant goat. I'm gonna do some jumps. I have so many projects in mind this summer for my pallets. If you wanna see these projects, go ahead and hit subscribe, like, and the notification bell so you don't miss any of them. Maybe you can try them at your place. But right now, let's get started on our horse jumps. At the garbage dump, when I was there, there was also free 4x4s and 2x4s. The 2x4s were regular 2x4s. The 4x4s are just rough cut 4x4s. They had some nails in them. I just removed them really quickly. Wasn't a big deal at all. And now I have free wood to work with. So I am gonna use one of my 4x4s, cut it in half to make my jump stands. And then I have a free 2x4 that I'm using that I'm gonna cut into 8 sections to make the base of my stands. Let's get started. Now, because these are rough cut 2x4s, I don't want the girls getting splinters when they're moving them around. So what I'm gonna do first is run the sander over them quickly. Okay, so I've just gone over it with my 80 grit sandpaper, and that's just to get the rough stuff off. And I went over it with an 80 because that's just what I had on hand. And now I'm just gonna go over it with a finer sandpaper. And the other one I have on hand is a 120 grit. So it'll just help smooth out some of those lines. Ideally, you would do a couple of different grits in between to get it really nice and smooth, but we're not going for perfection. I really just want to minimize the splinters, so it's really just as a precaution. Now, you could do this by hand, but it would take you forever. So if you do have a little hand sander, this is a Bosch, but whatever ones you want, if you do have a hand sander, it makes it so much easier. So now that I've got the 4x4 sanded, I am gonna start on my 2x4. So the 2x4 I am cutting into 8 1-foot sections, and this is what is gonna form the base of my jump. Now that I've got my cuts, I'm just going to cut the edge of my base pieces. So when it's sitting on the ground at the edge, it's a little more rounded out, just so it's not as much of a tripping hazard. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but why not? Now that I got my pieces cut, I'm just gonna run my hand sander over the edges to smooth them out. Now that all of the cutting and sanding is done, it is time to assemble. So as you can see, I just secured the base pieces in a pinwheel design for the most amount of stability. Looking good. Okay, so we have our posts all set up and the base is attached. Now I need the jump cups. Jump cups are expensive, so I wanted to just do stuff I had around at home. I was getting little wood pieces trying to figure it out, and then I came across these, and they're just corner braces. I was initially going to just put them all the way up the post, but I don't have enough, and I don't remember how much these were. I think they're just like a couple of dollars, but instead what I'm gonna do is drill holes every 3 inches on a slight angle, and I'm just going to use a screw to hold it in. The weight of the pole will hold it in place. So let's get going. So I'm gonna go all the way up the post like this. These are 4 feet tall, so I'm gonna go up every 3 inches up the post. When I go to build the next set of jumps, what I'm gonna do differently is I will do this part before I attach the base. The only reason I didn't do it this time was I was planning on doing something different that didn't end up working out. So lesson learned, do the holes and the drilling first. The last thing I would do a little differently is I did the base pieces at 12 inches long. I would probably next time do it at 16 or 18 inches just for a little bit more stability. We'll see how it is in the arena, and these will be fine, but just as an improvement, I would probably do that. The girls have been anxiously awaiting their jumps, trying it out. Moment of truth, Kate, moment of truth.
I know. Beautiful.
It looks lopsided only because this driveway is lopsided. It's actually all even. All right, let's go take it into the arena. Here we are. How is it?
Good.
What do you think? Is it a success?
I like it.
Right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you pretty excited? So this is it. This is the finished product. We're gonna test it out with the horses and see how it goes. Julia is loving these posts already. She'll be out here with her little hobby horse, I'm sure, jumping this. These jumps were completely free. The only thing that we ended up having to pay for was the screws that we used, and then the brackets. I've got 4 brackets. Scott is giving me a thumbs up right now because he's laughing about the fact that every time I try and record a video, he decides to get on machinery of some sort. So he's moving manure from the manure pile right now. So sorry about the noise, but all right, we are gonna get to riding now. So we will see you next time. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell if you enjoyed this video, if you got some value out of it, and if you wanna see any of our other projects that are coming up this summer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Barn Boots and Country Roots.